There is no greater danger in the world of arts than that of the wildlife photographer. Risking life and limb, spending countless hours face down in the dirt, braving the treacherous worlds of nature, all to capture an instant in a wild animal's life. And no wildlife photography is more dangerous than that of the Pokémon photographer. Pokémon Snap! It's a Nintendo 64 game that put you in the shoes of a Pokémon wildlife photographer. The gameplay consisted of exploring different environments, interacting with Pokémon in nature, and trying to take the best pictures you could. When it released in 1999, it was an instant success, becoming one of the best-selling N64 games. And at the time, it was an especially popular rental game. Renting games isn't really as common today as it was back then, but the place to do so in the 90s and 2000s was Blockbuster.
Besides having more movies to rent, they also have more movies to give. Oh, plus they have all kinds of video games for the kids.
And one special item that Blockbuster had, which helped entice all the little Pikachu-loving 90s kids, was the Pokémon Snap Station. This kiosk lets you print out stickers of Pokémon that you yourself took in the game. There were even a few contests where people could submit their printed kiosk stickers to Nintendo, and a few of the best photos were chosen to become official Pokémon cards, or in one case, contest winners won a trip to Australia.
Autograph the elusive Pokemon! How do you do it? You're gonna be fast! Ah!
That's the name of the game with Pokémon Snap. And now you can bring your Snap cartridge to a participating Blockbuster video, purchase these collectible cards, and use them to print out your best shots. Then you can send your pics with an entry form to Nintendo's Take Your Best Shot contest. The best shot wins an Australian safari for $4.
My family had Pokémon Snap, and we used Blockbuster a lot, but I never knew about the Pokémon Snap Station until much later in life. A few months ago, I played Pokémon Snap again, and it ignited a hidden desire that I didn't know I had. I needed to see my Pokémon pictures as real photos. Not only would this let me live out the dream of using the Blockbuster Snap Station, but it would also cement my status as a wildlife photographer. But all the Blockbuster kiosks are long gone, or in the hands of collectors, so I'll have to do things slightly differently. You can actually play Pokémon Snap on the Nintendo Switch, and luckily the Switch has a screenshot feature with online sharing capabilities. Not so luckily, it only lets you export one photo at a time, so this part would take a while. After tediously sending myself all my photos through my Switch, and then editing them all to fit a 4x6 inch frame, I ordered all my pictures. And let me just say, the results are Pulitzer worthy.
All landscape photographers, if they don't already, should spend time with their subjects, and I certainly always try to do that, exploring it from many angles, looking around and getting immersed in it. And it all begins with inspiration, being somewhere that you love to be and are excited about. There's a wonderful feeling of experimentation as well with a situation like this. When you're out, both the fact that the conditions are challenging and difficult actually really made it. It made the whole session really come to life and gave me something I couldn't possibly have expected. And really I think that's one of the most kind of creatively fulfilling aspects of the whole business is when things happen unexpectedly and you're there to bear witness to them. So if landscape photography is a jigsaw puzzle of space and form, texture, line, shape, colour, light and dark, this is a really, really nice and interesting example of the possibilities. And I think it's important to remember that, well, life isn't perfect, is it, for any of us? And from time to time, it's a struggle, and so I think landscape photography works well when it reflects that struggle.
At first, this was just a goofy idea to be really dramatic about taking pictures in a Pokémon game. But after going through the process, I had such a fun time creating this photo album. Looking through and sorting all my photos, picking my favorites, printing the pictures, seeing the different print qualities of each one, deciding the order of the album, buying the album case. All these details and steps were so exciting, but despite how silly this idea is, I just kept getting more and more excited with every step. And now that it's all come together, I can't help but smile every time I look at it. Even though I won't ever get to actually print out my Pokemon photos at Blockbuster, this was a pretty great alternative. Thanks for watching.